God is amazing, and my life has really transformed since then. And God has used me to transform so many women. So many. I mean, if I tell you the number of things I do, you'll be amazed. I have an on-site community where I minister to women every day. I have a mentoring group of women I mentor in ministry. I have a group I pray with, you know, we pray for the kingdom every night.
Wow.
It's a whole lot. So you can imagine this whole thing I'm doing. It's all knitting up together to be one. Now let me tell you something God always tells me. When I became very close to God, one of the things that I always hear him say is that he will say greatness. Anytime he's talking to me, he says greatness. That word, keep it with you. Greatness. If I want to get angry, I say great people don't behave this way. If probably I'm supposed to be studying, I have like a timetable. I'm supposed to be studying from this time to this time, and probably I'm using that time to gist or watch TV. They say great people don't watch TV when they're supposed to be studying. Study now. Do it now. The time will come, you will be able to study again. And everything you study now, people will want to hear you. This is the only way you can build yourself so that tomorrow you can show those people that you have been approved.
Wow.
Great women don't play when it's time to study. You tell me you're going to be ministering to doctors, lawyers, so many great people. Those people are well read. If it's for exposure, they're more exposed than you. So do you know the difference between what will be the difference between you and them? It's a power in the knowledge of me. Stay with me, learn now. So when you start teaching, they will listen. Because what you'll be telling them, they don't know. And God will tell me, it is not given to everyone to know the things I teach you. So that you'll be able to teach them. So that one-on-one relationship was what brought about this whole transformation of men. Now we have a pillar in Creative Hands Ministry called Pink Day. I don't know if you've ever gone to you see this pink, they were always wearing pink t-shirts. That is not, people think it's just like on a charade. No, it's not. It is God's instruction to me. He told me, I'll be sending you so many women, but it's not going to be about it's not going to be about spiritual. If you think all about spiritual, they will miss this aspect of their lives.
True.
Say, so I want lifestyle.
Balance.
I want lifestyle. Bring a lifestyle for me. Now, he told me the lifestyle, they're going to call it Pink Day. It's called the making of the total woman. So he gave me an instruction how it will be. If, like the day you let down your hair, you talk about life, you talk about gist about. So that's actually like a training in my fellowship. So if you come to join us in our workforce, that's one of the training you must go through.
Okay.
It's the making of the total woman training. It has to do with family life. It has to do with your image. It has to do with your character. That is a whole lot. So this Pink Day, when we started, it was like, we're thinking, I don't even, if you ask me, I don't even know how we're going, where we're going. Do you know this year we had to rebrand? Because last year we went to a prominent school to do the Girl Child Day, International Day of the Girl Child. So we went to the school, I got vendors who came and build confidence in the girls.
Okay.
You know. So I started seeing that this vision is huge. It's a vision away. Now, it was this year God told me, hey Daisy, that this particular pillar of the Pink Day, set it aside. It's going to be a vision running on its own. I tell you, right now, I've been structuring that thing since this year started. We've created new logo, new everything. We are structuring, creating systems for it. We're having a program on International Day of Girl Child in the school by inviting about 10 schools to come to that school. It takes it 2 years to participate. And this year's one is about goal setting. Now, why I'm sharing this with you is because of what you said about the women from our area who feel there's no
It's
more to
nothing.
life than marriage. When you're married, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So some women just pray, all they are believing God for is getting married. And when they are married, they are plateaued. And let me tell you something, the men marry them because probably the man married her because she's working in a bank and saw a lady who had a vision,
Yes,
and then when she got married to
attracted.
her, it was attracted to her. When he got married, she just plateaued, left work and nothing else.
Yes.
And after before you know it, the love start dying. Let me tell you something. I listened to a podcast on Instagram that this man of God was saying, marry someone who have the same vision with you, who's going on the same path with you. Because a time will come in the marriage when romance start dying, your vision will marry the two of you together.
Sure.
And you start running with it. Now the vision you're running with will rebuild the romance. I agree with him. Now, so you see, many women just plateau, and their life is stagnant. They're
there.
not going anywhere. It takes a lot to rebuild their confidence to say, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. That's why everywhere I go, I always try to teach the women, especially through that program, be a woman of vision. Be a woman of vision. Before you marry any man, have your own vision. Know where you're going. You can't go and marry a man when you don't know where you are going. If you know where you are going, the man will not stop you. That's the truth, though. The bottom line about marriage is that if a man meets you and say, okay, the rate she's into this, when you come, he knows he's marrying you. That's who you are. Now, a reasonable man will not stop you from being, because he married you and he married the vision with you. If he stops you, that means he's causing something else in his marriage. But the truth is that a man who is a good man won't stop you. He will help you. He will help you. But you know one thing about women, when they now marry, they leave that vision. Especially if the man is working or the man is bringing money, that's the end. I always tell my women, there's no agenda when it comes to kingdom work. No, that's the truth. Now, agenda comes to in kingdom, in some aspect of kingdom. But when it comes to serving God, there's no agenda. There is spirit. Spirit does not have man or woman. Spirit. No agenda. That means that every one of us have a purpose. Every one of us, including the woman who's sitting in her husband's house, she has a purpose. God cannot create her without a purpose. She has a purpose. So if she's sitting in her husband's house and dying there, that means she's not fulfilling purpose. And then if you marry a man who is not going somewhere, you will not go somewhere. So you will be stuck. That's the truth. So that's one of the things that one of the aspects God is trying to use me to reach out to women, to wake them up from sleep, to pray for their families, and then also to create vision for themselves. Not personal vision now, your purpose from God, and then running with it. You don't need money to run a vision. You don't need what you need first is confidence to run a vision. Now, in those days, let me give you before we round up, let me give you an idea. In those days when we were small, I used to see very wealthy people like, oh wow, people are so wealthy. Then my auntie used to bring Ebony magazine. I don't know if you know. I love Ebony magazine. I used to look at it all the time. I'll see very wealthy people. I'll say, wow, when are we going to be this rich? Like I've always had that thing in my mind that someday I'll be rich like this. I really want to live this kind of life. Everywhere just beautiful. As a child. But the environment where we grew up, the way that we even tell you, money don't grow on trees. For where? Who born monkey to who dash monkey banana. So you can imagine the cruel mindset that the children in that environment grew up with. They have been told they can't be rich. They have been told they cannot even near there. So they grow up with that mindset. That makes them no confidence. They lose confidence. So when they meet people in that level, they can't blend. They are not prepared. They don't even have the mind. Do you know there are people who still don't believe that millions, they are worth me. When we do our pin day, we discuss now. When I will tell some people, I say, you're going to get $100 million. You just say, is it me or her? Like, are you serious? Some people don't feel that they are worth
it.
Why myself? Until their mind is renewed, they can never smell $100. You talk of 100 million. You attract what you believe. You attract what you love, what you adore, what you believe you can't get is what you that comes. Money will not come to you if money knows that you don't like money. It's not that everybody doesn't like money, they're just afraid that it's not for them. So you imagine coming from that mindset and that environment. It took me a lot to renew my mind to know I'm going somewhere.
Oh God.
And I tell you, there are 1 million of me out there who feel they don't deserve this life. They don't deserve this life. Some of them, if you tell them, you are going to be this, see my sister. You don't know where my sister they stay? You don't know where this one they stay? No. That's why I say, even if you are not, as a parent, you must build confidence in your children. Make them understand that we are worth it. You take them to supermarket, take them to places where they sell luxury items, even if you are not buying, make them use to it. Yes. Oh, this is Gucci, but we are not buying now. Someday when money come, we'll buy.
Right.
This is this. They are not afraid of luxury items. Remember when they say, not be me, not be me. Do you know that people who are very wealthy today, but because of the wrong mindset, they cannot buy, they will never buy luxury items. Not because they can't afford it, but their mindset of poverty have always made them know it is not for me. So the bottom line of every man's life is renewal.
Oh God. Wow. Okay, ma. So one advice you will give to your younger self, what's the advice you will give to the younger Daisy? Let's say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, yes. What's the one advice you would have given to her?
One advice I'll give to the younger Daisy 20 years ago is you can do it. You can do it if you put some mind to it. You focus, create a vision. Don't deem that vision as sin. Build it. Get prepared for it. You can't do it if you put your mind to it. If I had known 20 years ago, this is what I am, I would have been prepared a long time. And what I'm doing now, I would have done it a long time ago. So I would have gone very far with what I'm doing. So my advice to 20-year-old me is you can do it if you put your mind. Focus, create a vision, focus, and run with it.
Oh, did I sound like I don't know which one to do now. God. So guys, I need you to type in the comment section. How many God told me did you hear our guest say? I was trying to count. I was trying to count, but then I lost track. So please, if you can get the number of God told me, like you're a genius. Okay, so this is it for today, but you can follow her and glean knowledge, glean beauty, glean style, glean one person. You can glean a lot from her, and you have to follow her on IG and YouTube at Creative Hands Ministry. It's something very spectacular and phenomenal for both women especially, but also for the men as well. Thank you very much. I believe this has been a blessed session for you, and I believe you've taken a lot of lessons home, and there is no excuse for you to not become more. She said you can get it right. I mean, there is no need for me to recap anything. Just in case you're trying to revert on the old session, you can go back and listen again. Call your friends by sharing, subscribing, liking, commenting, and listen again. And I believe you'll be blessed. Together, we can be more and even all that God has called us to be. Thank you so much, Ma. Another hug.